Check, check. Whoa, wait a second. I forgot something. Did I have to scrap an entire video that I filmed yesterday because my brain was soup and I couldn't stop coughing? Yes, I did. Here we are. It's about to get real. What is up, y'all? Welcome back. Today we're playing with a bunch of stuff that's new at Sephora. I do have one thing that is not from Sephora, but it's exciting, but it's also not new. It's just new to me. And if you can't tell, your girl's under the weather. Went to Phoenix. I was personally victimized by dust and staying up too late because time changed. So let's talk about the things that we're gonna talk about today and put on my face. Let's go. First, we're starting with, this is the product I was talking about that is not from Sephora. This is the U Beauty tinted, super tinted hydrator. So if you've never heard of U Beauty, they're at like Blue Mercury. They're Blue Mercury. They're at a couple other stores online. I have a code with them for their actual website. I will stick that somewhere where it's easy to find. And I actually reached out to them and asked if I could try this. And I've been using it for like the last 3 days. And it's so pretty, I can't wait to show it to you. It's just basically a nice skin tint that's for people with dry skin. It's just lovely. Now on to the things that are at Sephora. I will tell you the one thing that should be in this video that won't be is the new Refi concealer. And that is because when I ordered it, I got, you know, I was like finger on the buzzer right when it got on the Sephora website, and they had the most bananas swatches of it. And I ended up ordering 3, like shade 3, and it is wildly dark. So in my defense, that's shade 3 on the website. That looks like it would match me. The one that I have in my hand looks like a bronzer on a very tan day. Do not be misled by this, but I bet people are gonna have issues, just like I did. They talked a big game on that shade range, and I am shade 1, I believe, so if I'm anything at all, I'll be interested to see, because they really threw down the gauntlet by being like, we, you know, tested 8,000 faces or something like that. I'm not sure, but you know, time will tell. But I did order the bright shade, and that will be coming soon, but it is not here as of this moment. I have no idea how long I just talked about that. So anyway, this is the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. Did I like the new shimmer goo that they came out with? No. Do I like a lot of the Armani stuff? Yes, I like their powder blushes as well. So this will actually be a first impression because it just arrived on my doorstep like 5 minutes ago. So this will be fun, but it'll also be interesting because this is very much like pinky coral. Like it's like a very soft peach color. I believe it's called soft peach probably.
No dice, Grandma. No, sorry. Sorry.
And this is the new Dior Pink Lilac Rosy Glow Blush, which I have used and I love it. If you saw my reel on Instagram yesterday, a lot of people were like, these lipsticks are pretty, but like, can we talk about the eye look? The eye look only looked right on me because I had gone for a whole face of sort of lilac leaning makeup. I think that might be the direction that we go in again today. I also have, I have a bunch. They sent me 5 of each of the new Prada, I mean, they're not new, but the Prada lipsticks. And so I got the soft mattes and the hyper mattes, and they did such a good job curating them for me. They all look good on me because of all the shades that they have, they really knew which ones to send me kind of thing. And so I have here Alabaster and Nudo, and I'm gonna make one of these kind of the star of the show today. This one is the soft matte and this one is the hyper matte. I have to tell y'all, I really like Alabaster. I think that she is very sexy. So we have those. Oddly, I also have the new Armani like brown shades. I got the 2 new shades in the Prisma Glass, and I don't even really know why. I think I was just hoping that I would like them more than I like the formula of the first one that I bought, which is Rachel. And the whole thing is like, as a Prisma and a glass, I'm not getting Prisma or glass out of these. Like they're just not giving me a lot of glossiness. They're kind of flat for a lip gloss. It's a little bit weird, but I might layer this one, which is 7, on top of whatever lip we choose so that we can make it glossy. But also, if we're going lilac, maybe I'll go for like the Dior. Girl, I don't know. I have so many luxury lip glosses. I am obsessed with them. Like that's what I just keep spending my own personal money on. So, you know, we've got options. Let's put some makeup on my face before I forget where I am. I swear I'm not hamming it up. Like if you've ever taken DAYQUIL syrup, it happens instantly. People are like, why the syrup and not the pills? I'm like, cause it cools your throat, which is what I need because I literally coughed through the entire video that I just had to scrap. And also it acts so fast. When I was a hairstylist, I'll go through my little story, starting with the tinted hydrator here. When you're a hairstylist, you really can't afford to take a day off because you have people booked. You can't just be like, I'm not coming. They're like, I scheduled with you. Like, you're gonna need to tough it out. Like, get your butt in here and do my roots kind of thing. And like, I get it. So you just borrow against your reserves in the form of DAYQUIL. And DAYQUIL makes you a little loopy, but you can still get the day done. But you are overdrafting. You are borrowing against your energy reserves. You're overdrafting at the energy bank. Is that not so pretty? I'm gonna do some more. I haven't put this on a sponge. I haven't put this on with a sponge yet. I've only done it with my fingers, but I also have like sunscreen and stuff on, so I don't want to disturb that. I'm just seeing if I can get this on with a sponge, and it seems to be cooperative. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you basically do have to like pay up at the end. Once you crash off of DAYQUIL, you gotta go take a nap. It's just basically like delaying the rest that you need. True to form, I took a 2-hour non-negotiable nap after the DAYQUIL wore off. Like my body said, sleep, and I said, okay. Your girl is having the weirdest breakout, like right here. Not so much here or here.
Not here or here so much, but right here.
But more here, no, the other way around from Tommy Boy. Like why are we pimpling like right there? I looked it up. It's a lymphatic issue. It's a lymphatic drainage issue, and I have been off of my psoriasis medication for like 2 months now, waiting for my insurance to figure its life out. And so it's starting to come back in little spots. My psoriasis is mainly on my scalp, and it causes bad lymphatic drainage. So like my lymph nodes are all swollen, and that's what that is. I feel like I'm less insane now. I wish we could use the Refy concealer today, but we can't because the shades are kind of bananas. I'm gonna go in with the Givenchy. I had forgotten how good the Prism Libre is. I used this yesterday and I was like, oh yeah, who did I allow to make me believe that other things might be better than this for my dry skin? I mean, granted, do I love the Tower 28? Yeah. Do I love the Kosas? Yeah. But I also always talk about how much I like this one, and it had been a really long time since I used it. I had the same reaction when I tried Kosas again for the first time in a while. I was like, I forgot how good this is. And so they are my top 3 for a reason, and neither of them is getting booted by any of the others. They're just all very, very extremely good. Look at that. Oh, she's seamless. I wear N95 and it just blends right in. I'm breaking out underneath my chin. Like, would my period just start? Okay, I'm having one of those like very clumsy weeks. I have my phone new, and the whole team over at Finding Ferdinand, they got me a new phone case. Where's my phone? Either way, it has a little chain on it now. It's one of those cute phone cases with a chain on it. And it's great because it just, you know, the chain part hangs out of your back pocket. But the same way that when you're walking by, and only when you're having a bad day already, your sleeve will get caught on the doorknob. Well, this time the doorknob caught the chain on my phone and just pulled my phone out of my pocket. And I was like, you know what I mean? It was like almost enough for me to just like melt down and go back to bed, but I survived. I persevered. And every single month we're like, what's happening to me? I feel like I'm so reasonable and everybody else is being a jerk. Why are these pedestrians so slow? Why won't this shopping cart come out? Kind of thing. And then you're like, period starts and you're like, oh, you again. Every single month. All right, so perfect shade matches. Perfect. Love the finish. This does bear powder pretty well, the tinted hydrator, but I'm gonna try and like use as little as possible because it's not quite as dewy as some of the other stuff that I've been using lately. What was the other one that I really liked? I mean, obviously the Lisa Eldridge. Yeah, I guess it is the Lisa Eldridge that like looks more hydrated over the day. Somebody told me I wipe my lips a lot and that it's made them start doing it, but I'm doing it because I'm like getting the concealer off of my lips because it's going to obscure anything that I put on top of it. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Wow. Okay. I feel like I'm floating. Anyway, let me do my bronzer real quick, like my Makeup by Mario, and then we can start in with the blush. Pulling out my BK 105. Bip, 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 bip. A lot of times this is just what I do. I'll just put this on and then I will leave. Like that's enough. I don't smoke pot, but when I have in the past, there's this thing that happens where I forget how long it's been since the last word that I said. I find it very embarrassing. That's why I don't smoke pot. I mean, there are lots of reasons. There are lots of reasons, but that's one of them, and that's how I kind of feel right now. I'm very like, who am I talking to? Wasn't that much DAYQUIL for Christ's sake, and I'm not on an empty stomach. All right, let's go on with the Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. And look at the wand, it's orange, which leads me to believe that there's some kind of color transformation about to happen on my skin, and that terrifies me. When I first saw this, I was conflicted because I love their powder blushes, but I did not like their little shimmer goo in this delivery system. And so I didn't know which evidence to operate on. Blush evidence or goo evidence, you know? Because this is blush goo. I'm putting it on the back of my hand and I'm kind of wondering if that's what I should be doing. You know what it reminds me of? Oh, it reminds me so much of the Daria Puff Paint from Natasha Denounou back in the diddly-do. That's really pretty. Not a lot of pigment to it. Wondering if I can just put it directly on my face. So that's what we're gonna do, bit, because I could do that with the puff paint. And there's absolutely no reason that I don't have the puff paint other than the fact that mine expired. And I did actually buy another one and I had it long enough for that one to expire too. Like, I really, really like the puff paints. The puff paints have more pigment than this. I'm actually glad that we have the Dior blush to work with today because this is not really enough for me. And I don't really think that I could get it to build to be enough for me, but it's pretty. I'm not mad at it. It's not doing the thing that the shimmer goo did where it just broke my makeup up a lot. That's fine. It's pretty. I just wish there was more to it. I'm not wowed. My socks are on. It does make me feel okay about the fact that the rest of this look is going to go quite lilac, even though that was quite peach. So, let us commence with the lilac of it all. Let's go in on my eyes first while we give this a chance to really dry, because putting a powder on top of this, I kind of want to give it as much space as I can. Let's go in with just a tibbity touch of my Laura Mercier powder, if I can find her. Did she pitch herself onto the floor? It wouldn't be the first time. Laura. Ah, there you are. She was hiding underneath the I Need a Nude palette because they're very similar in color. I'm going to use Nikki LaRose N17 to apply this onto my under eyes here. Just to set everything before it gets a chance to crease. I am going to use my Kosas powder everywhere else today. Uh-oh, here we go. Because I do want a little bit of extra coverage. My skin's an absolute mess. I think that we're going to really recreate the eye look that I did in my reel because people seemed interested in that. And the I Need a Nude palette does have the ability to kind of skew lilac, especially if we lean on Mia over here. So that's where it's gonna go. So we're gonna start with some Refer brushes because that's the way that I got the Natasha Denounou formulas to really blow my mind, was to use natural bristle brushes. I like the way you kiss me, I can tell you to me, I can tell you it's. This is my 16 brush from Refer. I'm gonna start with Fair, which is the lightest shade. It's just like a creamy color. Bip. This makes it so easy and unstampy. Like, I have all of the confidence that I would typically have with any other palette just because these brushes are so helpful. And it's not, I don't know if it's just the Refer brushes, it's just that like high quality natural bristle brushes make all the difference in this formula. I need to get some Sonia G brushes and try them. Everybody talks about how great they are. And the Danessa Myricks James Malloy collab looks really awesome. Like, I kind of want those too. Do I need more brushes? No, but I also like want to know. Vague. Let's go Wit first here. This is gonna take us quite in the pinky lilac direction, but this is what I did yesterday. Kind of the outer third, outer half kind of deal. I'm gonna layer the deeper pinky mauve on top of it in the crease. So I'm just laying this down. I mean, this is truly like gonna be local color, right? Okay, and then we're gonna go into Vague. I might go with a smaller brush for this. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cutie Pie little Refer 13 into Vague. Draw my outer corner into the crease. Nice. Is it easy for me to resist all these Bedroomized brown shimmer shades? No, it is not easy for me to do that, but I do recognize the need for variety because not everyone has my exact same taste and not everyone has my exact same skin. Most people don't. So there's something to be said for showing the versatility of something, especially something at this price point, you know? She's a little expensive. Oh, she's cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. Bring a little bit more of that pink up there. Cute. Okay. And now we go in with Mia. So Mia is this beautiful, like I said, kind of like lilac shimmer. Can you see it? There we go. Ooh, 4K, $3,000. Just like that. So easy. Her formulas are so blurry. They're blurry. They're so blurring. Kind of now want the Glam palette. Well, I more want the Biba palette. Although is the Biba palette all matte? I can't remember. But it does make me want one of her palettes that's a little bit on the browner side. I'm gonna take my pinky into that same shade and just go boop, 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 boop. You have to make the sound. You have to sing the song. Is that not so easy? I didn't even pull out a brown. And what I did yesterday was, oh heavens to Murgatroyd. I used this. This is the Make Liquid Line Waterproof Felt Tip Eyeliner. I just wrote that upside down. It was almost like fertility liner. And this is in Meteorite and it's in this lovely, like, deep plum. It's been like 10 hours. I like cannot get that swatch off my hand without using eye makeup remover. I literally have washed my hands with soap multiple times and I've actually just rubbed the daylights out of it. And yet, she persists. Also, it's still on my eyes too. No problemo. Pretty impressive make. And that was what I used yesterday as my eyeliner. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it again. It was lovely. It was painstaking and I probably won't be able to record myself doing it, but it was lovely. Let's put on some of this Dior blush because it's awesome. I really thought that this was going to be too similar to Rosy Glow. Rosy Glow? No. 001 Pink, the 001 Pink? Is that what it's called? Yeah. 001 Pink, the original kind of fluorescent Dior Backstage blush. Am I okay? I think we all know the answer to that. I'm gonna grab it. I thought that these were going to be super similar. Hello. But they are not. Wow, they even look similar on camera. They're not in person, I swear. I swear. I swear to God. This is so pink and this is so purple. They don't look different on camera. They are different from each other. The lilac is truly purple. It really is, and it goes on very purple. This is a hill I'm willing to die on. I just heard my phone. Hello? Ugh. Being me is so hard. Mainly because I just make my own life so difficult. Okay, I do feel like my face is like untacky enough that we can use the blush here. I'm just gonna throw this on this giant BK102. There you go. Isn't that nice? And bip, 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 bip. Oh, I love her. She's so pretty and so different from what I usually do. I don't have any proper bronzer on yet, but what's the strength of this is, I mean, yes, Dior has been putting like a small amount of the pH color changing stuff in all of their stuff for a long time, but I think Dior handles it the best out of anyone. It's not obviously turning some kind of like, you know, bright cherry pink on me. So there's that, but also I think the strength of these is that they're so sheer. You can really apply them pretty mindlessly. They might be a little bit chalky on some skin tones, but they also make quite deep colors in this, and I would leave that up to the deep-skinned influencers to tell you whether they are satisfactory on that level. But they do have a scent, which I think is weird. The new ones are scented. I don't think that the old ones are scented. Also, this is shimmery. Not wildly shimmery, but like noticeably shimmery. It's got like, I don't know, like you can definitely see iridescence to it, whereas yeah, the old ones are matte. So I think that that's really interesting, the choices that they made here. It definitely has a little bit of like a mica reflection in it. But isn't it pretty? Like green skin girlies unite. I'm not an olive complected person, but it still works beautifully on me because color theory. But yeah, it is a little bit shimmery, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna do that eyeliner. Right? Sure. Somebody commented that when I did the two-tone eyeliner look in my last video, the mint color gave the effect that I had like visible eyelash glue, and I was like, that is exactly what it looks like. Hold please.
2 hours later.
And this is what's known as a quit while you're ahead situation because they look okay, and we're going to be satisfied with okay today. Natasha Denounou also has this delightful highlighter that I've been loving. Natasha Denounou. And I'm gonna use that on my inner corner and also on my cheek. So, a little on my inner corner. Boobity boobity boo. Boobity ba. Although I think that I had too much something else on that brush and it ended up being too pink, but you know what? It's just makeup. And then I will take Angie's Singe Beauty F06. Oh, she's giving 2016, but like in a really nice way. Have y'all seen, I don't know, I still follow Raw Beauty Christie. I still like her. She has been talking about like bringing back YouTube from 2016, and also TikTok is about to die. Like they have like 9 months or something, and I welcome them. I welcome them onto the platform because I think that Vine ending was like one of the best things that ever happened to this platform, both from a like obviously like users coming to the platform standpoint, but also from a quality of content standpoint. Like those are some of my favorite creators on the platform, like Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, Curtis. That's who I was trying to think of. Mascara. Ooh, you know, I have colored mascara. I wonder if that's a good idea. Let's see. So Thrive sent over all the shades. We do have a purple, but I think it's like a very blurple purple. But then they also sent over pink. Chantequillette. Let's see. What am I doing, right? Gonna go get my nails done. I've looked weirder. Ooh, okay. So they put the color on the metal behind the pack, the typical pack. Oh, whoa. It's not just pink, it's iridescent pink. What? Well, that's just a terrible idea, Kackie. That is so strange. That's so strange. All right, well, we have to do it on both sides, but then I'm gonna go over it with brown. That is really weird. I mean, I guess that's a look for somebody. It's just not a look for me. Weird. We're gonna go in with brown. You know, it's like, good for them. Good for them. Let's talk about some lips. I actually have these lip liners that Kosas sent over. I want to say that these are reformulated because I don't think that people really dug the initial release of these. Like I think the formulas kind of frustrated people, and so they put out new ones. That's, why am I holding this? That's not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. So the new Kosas, they're much softer. They're really nice. I think that they come in like pale enough shades here that could go really nicely with this lipstick that I'm planning to use. Ooh. That's pretty. So the one right here is 100, and then this one is Infinite. They're pretty darn similar to each other, but Infinite is a little bit cooler. So I'm gonna start with that. They're a little waxy. It really, like, I have very little preference in terms of lip liner. It's more about the color for me. Not bad. We'll see if it even makes a difference once I get this lipstick on. I'm gonna swatch both of these, but I think I'm going to probably put on Alabaster. So here is Alabaster. Holy crap, it's so pretty. It's really, really, really light. And that's in the Hyper Matte. And then this is Nudo, very similar, but a little bit pinker. And that is in the Soft Matte, which I already had one of the Soft Mattes and I loved it. They both wear a really long time, but someone asked in my comments on my Instagram which of the formulas I prefer as far as the nudes are concerned. And I think that the nudes actually make more sense in the Hyper Matte because they're just more opaque. This is such a beautiful formula. The fragrance is there, but it doesn't really bug me. It really bugged me in the lip balm, but it doesn't bug me in the lipstick. Look how matte that is, whoa. But the beauty of something that is this long wearing, because they really are, they're super long wearing, is that I can throw a gloss on top of it. It puts up with it. I do want to do a couple of little finishing touches here. Like I feel like we need actual bronzer. I'm gonna use the Gucci, and then I also want to do my Victoria Beckham bronzer underneath my eyes because it's always so distracting to have that like sock. I actually didn't use any Kosas. I haven't powdered at all yet, have I? Huh, well, that is something that we can do that might make a difference. Let's take a little Kosas and just take down some of this distraction in the form of blemishes. There we go. Oh, blur, blur, blur. I love this stuff. If you haven't heard me say it already, the Kosas and the Laura Mercier are very similar, but the Kosas has coverage and comes in a bunch of shades, whereas the Laura Mercier also comes in some shades, but it doesn't really need to come in as many shades because it is so translucent, like so translucent. All right, going to go in with my Gucci bronzer here, very well loved. Tippity tap that. Makes a huge difference in adding dimension back in because what you're doing when you're putting on, you know, any kind of full coverage, well, it's not full coverage, but by the time you get it all on, it kind of is. You're flattening your face out, right? You have to put the dimension back in, even if it doesn't seem like an intuitive color for the color scheme. It's not appearing as the local color, it's truly just making your face appear like your face again. Now, is this like the outfit to wear with this look? No. But like, I don't know, I have this whole wardrobe of just things that I wear on camera that I don't wear in real life because it's all about looking a certain way from the chest up, because all of my clothes like really make great outfits, but they don't have a lot of visual interest from the chest up kind of thing. And I've gotten so much criticism, not that I usually care about this kind of thing, but I get so much criticism about like how much some of the stuff that I wear on camera costs, and like my Lily Saduki headbands and stuff like that. And all they are investments for like costuming almost. They're like, you know, camera drag so that I can have visual interest on camera, because otherwise, like in real life, I'm in a t-shirt, you know? And it's like, I don't know, like if people are gonna click on a thumbnail if I'm just in a t-shirt. Lately, I have been just doing what I would normally do kind of thing. And you know what I mean? Getting on camera and what I would typically wear. But I mean, that's the difference. Like most of that stuff I don't wear in real life. Like I don't wear Lily Saduki headbands in real life. That's why I've never like tried to sell them to you. I'm not like, yes, absolutely, go spend $200 on a headband. It's like, no, it's camera drag. A little bit of contour here. Got a Beauty Pie Pro Color Angled Cheek Brush. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, which I'm steadily getting more pan on. And then I will give this a spritz with Fix Plus. Boop, 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 boop. And then I'm going to swatch all of these Armani lip glosses for y'all because I kind of want to demonstrate my point, right? I just think that they're kind of underwhelming now that I've bought 3 of them. So I'm gonna do this on my non-dominant hand, although my friend Rob's cat got me. Patches. Patches took a swipe at me. All I did was scratch her underneath her chin, but she did not like it. Okay, so these swatch really beautifully. At least this one does, because it's got this like iridescent kind of blue shift in it. Ooh, that's the new lightest beige color, 07. I'm a little annoyed that all these luxury brands just put the number on everything instead of the name. Like, can we put the name on there? This is this like plummy one. I'm gonna put it over my little patches scratch. This is 06, quite plummy rusty brown. And then the first one that I got is 03. And I just feel like it's represented so differently online. Like they look so shiny. They look like they're, you know, like the Glossier lip glosses where they're just like syrupy and, you know, late 90s, early 2000s kind of lip gloss. And that's just not how they go on. They're kind of like liquid lip balms. They don't have like a ton of shine to them. Stop! I'm like arguing with physics. I am my own worst enemy. Let's do my brows real quick and then we'll put on a lip gloss. Boop, 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 boop. Cool fair. We're gonna go with 07, that first one, the light beige, because I still want my lips to look nude. You know what I mean? I love this like super pale nude. It adds shine, you know, in comparison to a hyper matte, but it's not the glossiest lip gloss in the world. And it does look a little much, you know what I mean? It's just a little much. I do feel like I want like a little bit of like a beige blush. Oh, we have the new NARS ones. I love this. I love when my compacts mate. So here we have Behave. Yeah, I think that this is gonna be just right. So what I was kind of trying to explain there is that when something has this like, you know, very different color to my skin and it also is quite translucent, there is a muddiness that occurs between like a neutral skin tone and a lavender blush. And so if you fill it in with like what would have to exist to make that shade look opaque on me, almost just like a somewhere between a complexion color and that color, right? It's like a richer version of my complexion. It's going to make the purple actually appear purpler instead of, you know, translucent and weird. So anyway, Behave right there on the cheek. See? See? And it appears more lilac as a result. Color Theory. Oh, I just love Color Theory. Isn't that cool? It just looks healthier. That right there, that is a cheat code. That is a makeup cheat code, okay? And I learned that through doing hair, dyeing hair back brown from blonde. You have to fill in the middle. Are my lips kind of freaking me out? Yeah, it's a lot. It's just a lot. Let's do the gloss on its own and see if I like it. I already know that I really like the Prada lipstick, and that's saying a lot because, there goes my phone. Do I like a bold lip ever? No, but it's because it's so low contrast with my skin, I can manage a matte. And they sent me the right colors. Like they did such a good job choosing the colors that they sent me, and that makes all the difference. So let's try this on its own so you can see. It is a beautiful nude. And it doesn't have a fragrance, which is lovely. I just wish it was a little shinier. It's pretty shiny. I don't regret getting it. But I've had shinier lip glosses. But that also means that it's not sticky, which is really, really nice. Maybe I like that better. Nah, that's so me. That's so me all the time. I'm glad you got to see it, but it's the Prada lipstick for me. So like I said, is this the outfit for this makeup look? No. But like, I would wear this to a wedding or to an event. It's just very pretty. I think there's something so sexy about a super blanked out lip. And Jackie Aina has demonstrated in many videos that like any skin tone can wear something that's like this high contrast of a really light nude matched with the right lip liner. I highly encourage y'all to go watch her old videos of that because she does a great job demonstrating it. So, final thoughts on these products. I am so into this. I have been wearing this a lot. Time will tell whether I like it better than the Lisa Eldridge. I like the Lisa Eldridge new skin tint, not just because it performs so well, but because the skincare aspects of it really help my skin. I like to wear it as often as I can. It's like my skin is better for wearing it than it would be if I didn't wear makeup at all. That goes a long way for me. And I think that it's less expensive than this. I'm not sure. I would have to look, but I do have a discount code with them. But yeah, look at the ingredients, see if the skincare claims, you know, match what you like to use on your skin, one versus the other. And again, at some point I will report back because I feel like the comparison is pretty implied, right? It's like you kind of want to know which one I would pick because they're quite similar, but it is in and of itself really beautiful. I'm not gonna say it wears as long or as resiliently. I'm looking at myself on my monitor, sorry. As the Lisa Eldridge, I do feel like it doesn't have quite the versatility and it's not quite as lightweight on the skin, but it might be more hydrating. I still think that I do prefer the Lisa Eldridge though. Y'all, I forgot that that stuff is $108. Like, no, it's not good enough to be twice the price of the Lisa Eldridge. The Lisa Eldridge is way better. Okay, it's half the price. It's weird to say that about a Lisa Eldridge product. Her products aren't cheap. Half the price of Beauty. As much as the Armani Luminous Silk Liquid Blush was a toss-up in expectations between the powder blush and their shimmer goo, I feel like the results actually come right in the middle as well. It's like, it's good. Do I recommend you buy it? No. I recommend the Natasha Denona Puff Paint over this. Much lower price point, I want to say. I think they're still like $22 or $23 if they still exist. Oh God, let me see if they still exist. I feel bad if they don't. Yes, you can still get it. It's gone up to $24. But Daria is super, super similar. And then Armani Liquid Blush is $39. So you could save $15 by getting that one. And I do. I think that it's a better formula and it's much more pigmented. You're going to use less product, but it's still very, very easy to use. You can still dab it on your face and blend it out with a brush. Like you don't have to be careful with it. And I just like it better. So that is why we play the game. That is why I try so many things. And that is why they all live rent free in my head till the end of time, is because I can call back to a product that I used 3 years ago and tell you that it's this but better and cheaper. So by the Natasha Denona. I really like this. I do, but I do want to caution you on a few things. So yes, this is the Dior, the new lilac pink lilac. I really like it, but if you are a lover of this line, be aware this has shimmer in it and it has a scent. Interessante, you know? It's a weird choice, y'all. Maybe that, like I said, maybe they're getting knocked off a lot. Maybe there are, you know, third-party counter marketing, you know, people like trying to make counterfeits of them, because it definitely has a fragrance in it. So I think that it's really great. But also, those might be some caveats that make it a deal breaker for you. And it's not an inexpensive blush. I want you to be aware of those things that might be red flags. Obviously, still loving the Natasha Denona palette. Really big fan. Love that it can kind of skew in this direction of like cool tones. It makes me really happy that we could get this tonal look out of it. Very nice. The Prada lipsticks, I think that they're lovely. If you can impress me with a matte lip, you've really done something there, because I am so just stuck in my ways about glossy lips. But also, it's because I want things to be low contrast. So like I said, I can get away with a matte lip because it's low contrast. And if you are someone who can get away with a matte lip, you know, go off. This is a beautiful formula. Beautiful. If fragrance bothers you, don't buy them. But I don't think the fragrance is that bad. It's nowhere near as bad as like the Gucci or the Givenchy. Like those are so off the charts. Like they just follow you all day and you taste them. This is not bad. The colors are amazing. They have so many. They have so many. I don't know if they're, let me know if you live in like a bigger city and you're able to see and try Prada on display somewhere at Sephora or something like that. I haven't seen it anywhere here yet, but I also haven't looked in the city. I've just been looking in New Jersey. But I will vouch for the formulas. They're very, very excellent if you find a shade in them that you like. And honestly, what is not to like? There are so many shades. And as far as the Armani, you know, I bought 3 of them at this point. I want to love these so much because they don't have any scent or flavor or plumping, and that could be a great selling point for you, for them. But as far as like the price point and like the luxury of them and them being incredibly unique, and also what I like in a lip gloss, I like something to be glossy. I don't know, they're just a little underwhelming. Like I always say, when we are made to wait for a release, and Armani loves to make us wait, it really starts to stack the expectations, and sometimes that can be like, wow, I can't believe they still met or exceeded my expectations the way that they did with the Luminous Silk Powder blushes. But we waited a long time for these beiges and everything, and like they're fine. I feel like they could have done so much more here to make these really delicious and like, you know, looking, and they're just kind of not. If the colors appeal to you and you hate a sticky lip gloss, these are good. You know, I like them, but I am willing to put up with a little bit more stickiness for something to be more syrupy and kind of fill in the lines on my lips. And also, I like the feeling of something clinging, like something gripping onto my lips and feeling like it's not going anywhere. The Hermes does that, the Thrive does that, the YSL Candy Glaze does that, the Clarins Comfort Lip Oil does that. Like there are so many that feel like that, and they give that really beautiful shine and they really last. And these just kind of like feel, you know how somebody said in comments, like there are certain foundations that look like they don't want to be on my skin. These don't feel like they want to be on my lips. And those are my thoughts. Those are my DAYQUIL thoughts on all this makeup. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, please do give the video a thumbs up. I will put a video up here that I think you'll enjoy. If you liked this one, keep the chaos going and keep it flowing. Subscribe if you haven't already. I love my current subscribers so much. Thank you so much for being here. And my voice is leaving, so I will also make like a tree and skedaddle. I love y'all. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!